Harvey, there's 427 people waiting here for us and me.
Turn a little bit.
What? Turn to where? Where do you want to turn it to?
Like, well, or move. Yeah, over. That's good.
Is that how you like it, Mama?
Well, just not. Can you see you now?
No, don't worry about me. You're the show tonight, baby. You're talking about what's in this public water. I don't know if you guys understand death by 1,000 cuts. They're cutting you all over the place, and we're going to expose it one video at a time. All right, hang on now. 7 p.m.
I didn't get a notification yet.
I didn't get a notification either. Uh-oh, man. They're messing with notifications. There's my notification.
There we are. Okay.
You got to stay on top of these people, man. YouTube is unsubscribing people from Doug and Stacy's channel, and those are the facts. And they're doing it at a breakneck speed. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Make sure you hit the all notifications button so you get all notifications. And we are going to get into it tonight. We're going to talk about what they're putting in the public water supply. There's only a few places, even in America, that you cannot have it in your water, that people are fighting to have it taken out of the water. And thanks for all 254 people that hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much.
We need a few hundred more. Come on, guys.
All right.
So we got lots of people here. We got Missouri's showing up, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, Iowa, Texas, Florida, Ohio, San Antonio, New Jersey,
California. All right, here we go. We're going to get into it, you guys. Stacy's going to have the show tonight for you. She's going to probably lead it off, but I'm going to dispel a myth right off the bat. First thing, within the first 1 minute. Okay, 1,000 people in here. You guys get it right off. When you guys wake up in the morning, don't go running to the bathroom to brush that morning breath out of your mouth. Okay, when you sleep at night, you get bacteria in your mouth. That bacteria is called B12. So you want to leave that in there, and do not brush your teeth when you first wake up in the morning. Have a nice glass of water and help wash that B12 down into your body.
So you're giving yourself a B12 shot.
That's right. But you know, a lot of people are taught to get up and brush your teeth right away, and that's not a good thing for you. A lot of the things that we have been taught, plain and simple, are totally to make you sick and make you dependent on the pharmaceutical industry. You guys have to start peeling away this information for your own health. The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist, and everything they've been telling you guys is a big fat juicy lie, and we're going to keep uncovering it as long as you keep sharing the videos and showing up.
All righty.
All right, they got the Clyde's Garden Planner. Yes, if you ordered Clyde's Garden Planner from last Sunday night, he said thank you very much, and also to be patient. They're working as hard as they can to get the orders done for you guys, and so it might take a second, but they're on it, okay? And he's got all of his friends and families and everybody's helping, so just be patient. We're a little blurry tonight. We're on the road.
On the road again.
So just bear with us.
Oh, Seed Sower said that she got my remedy book and knocked out her headache with the cayenne pepper and some ACV. That's good. There's Denver. Beautiful Denver. Michigan. Maryland. Arkansas. Georgia. Illinois. Man, we're all here. We just need Hawaii and Alaska.
And we just need everybody in Illinois to move. Crush their tax base because they're just ripping you guys off and shoving communism down your throat. Man, we got a bad picture.
Oh, there's Alaska. You have to look bad on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder why.
It's just how it is. All right, get into it. We're going to have a short one tonight because we're going to just give you some facts real quick.
All right, so what I wanted to talk about, we're going to have like a little class. I'm going to teach you guys how to do something, a couple things, give you a couple ideas. So I wanted to talk a little bit about fluoride and a lot of the myths that people have still about fluoride.
They're putting that in the public water supply. Many doctors have come out against it. The alphabet agencies in the government, though, keep shoving it down our neck. We have proof that they wanted them to put in like I'm just going to use numbers here, okay?
2.5. It was, well, 2.5.
2 particles of fluoride per million. And the CDC and them made them do 4.
That's almost
So
double.
double, okay?
That was even recommended.
And if you guys look up fluoride, where it comes from, how it affects your pineal gland.
It's a known neurotoxin.
Man, oh man, you guys. And they are definitely, this is a pharmaceutical, okay? You cannot go to the store and buy fluoride. You have to get a prescription. Excuse me.
So they are
medicating everyone, force medicating everyone.
Without your consent.
Without consent, in the water, stop drinking it.
Because you have to have a prescription to get something that, like to get medicine. So basically, they are giving you medicine in the water, forcing you to get it.
Not cool.
So what I think is pretty cool, and well, a lot of stuff people are, you may notice, I just remember growing up when I was younger, you know, there's a lot of my friends that would have like the yellow spots on their teeth, or like the gray teeth, or even like the brown or even black, caused by fluoridosis, causes brittle bones, cause osteoporosis, lowering your IQ, dumbing you down. There was a study actually in China, and they combined like 27 studies, and this was a pretty large study.
That's pretty big, 27.
And they found out, and it came to the conclusion that it really would lower the cognitive scores of children. So fluoride
Imagine that.
It's a known neurotoxin. They started putting, now do you think this is suspect? They started putting...
Don't bust my pop lines. You just skip over that part. That's my pop line. Go ahead.
Your pop line?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Well,
part.
And then a lot of this is because I guess the big agriculture was using a lot of this stuff, and they needed to use it and put it somewhere.
It's a byproduct of some very dangerous chemicals, you guys. Go look it up, okay? Fluoride.
They used it during World War II, like
the Nazis used it. Didn't you guys hear about that? I mean, I'm gonna spill the beans about all that Germany stuff that we were taught as kids, how we were lied to, you guys. You got no idea. But
were you talking about 1945?
In 1945 is when they started adding it to the water supply here in America. Operation Paperclip. You know what I'm saying? If you guys look to all the ales and all the chemicals and all the junk that started happening to us as citizens, it all comes in around the 1940s, right after, during, and after World War II. Go look it up. Fluoride in the water. Go look up where it comes from. Go look up how it calcifies your pineal gland so you cannot even think and be clear with your thoughts. This is all being done on purpose, in my opinion.
So, for a lot of us, you understand, okay, it's not just drinking it, or, you know, we put it in our toothpaste. It's in our toothpaste, along with a lot of other stuff's in our toothpaste. I'll get into that a little bit later, but you can, like a Berkey water filter, you need a special fluoride remover, like a special filter. It's not the filters that are in it. It needs to be a fluoride filter, as well as the reverse osmosis. That will get anywhere from like 89 to like 95%. It depends on the filters of the fluoride out.
From what we've done in our investigations, the reverse osmosis is like the best way and almost only way to get the fluoride out, and then it's not even 100%. So you'd have to have like 2 reverse osmosis machines almost back to back. You'd have to send water through it first because it gets like 80% or something, 90% or something.
85 to 95.
And then the next time it would get another 80 or 90%. So then you'd almost be 100%.
So the thing is just, you know, if you could get a reverse osmosis in your home, if not, like those little pure pitchers or the Brita pitchers, that's not going to get rid of fluoride. It'll purify from other stuff, but it's not going to do that. Mm-hmm. So, and also look at, you know, when you take a shower, you're absorbing it in your skin. So it's really important to, you know, you can get filters that you can put on your faucet that could help possibly. And I know for me, like if we go out somewhere, we're in a hotel, I know I'll go, because you can smell it when it comes, because when it gets hot, I'm thinking I'm going to breathe that too. So you'll get wet, and then you'll kind of move away, wash up, and then go ahead and rinse off real quick, and I'll take a quicker shower that way. But just think about these certain things that you're doing, because water is an important part of our, you know, we need it every day to survive. So think about that. Possibly if you need to save up to get a water filter that you can get for your Alexa Pro or your Berkey. I know they're harder to get now, or get reverse osmosis, and that way we can get away from the fluoride. But the good thing that's happening, because right now Hawaii is the only state that does not want any type of fluoridation in their water system. Other than that, all the United States can. However, lately, which has been really awesome, you can go to your, I guess, alderman in your city, and a lot of these people are going and they are bringing it up and they are getting rid of the fluoride in their city water.
It's up to you guys.
And it's really going very well. There's quite a few cities that have done this already. So
Yep.
if you guys are wanting to get rid of fluoride in your community, go to your meetings, or the weekly meetings or the bi-weekly meetings.
And you guys can get some zero filters, right? Zero water filters. When tested with 75 liters of filtration, zero water filters remove 99% of fluoride from your tap.
Like that one.
That's what they say, okay?
Yeah, zero, and the zero ones are very inexpensive. You can get like a pitcher one and one that kind of sits on your counter.
And we have no connection with them, and we're not affiliates or anything. We're just trying to help you guys get off this tap water because we are thoroughly convinced and totally believe that it's affecting your brain, your ability to think clearly, your children's ability to think clearly, keeping us in low IQ levels.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? While they do their thing. That's why the rich get richer, because the dumb get dumber.
So I want you to also think about this. Okay, let's say you're doing all that already, and you're like, I got it, I'm good. If you look at any kind of soft drink, juices, any of those, you need to make sure those are all going to be made with fluoridated water, I'm sure. So you need to be aware and read your labels. On the back of a lot of the stuff, if you're getting something organic, it may say, reverse osmosis water or filtered water. Those things are going to be a better choice than just when they don't say anything and it just says water on there, because that's where it's going to be coming from. And don't be fooled either. Like if you say, well, I got a filter on my refrigerator. Those refrigerator ones generally, I'll just maybe filter it, but it's not going to take the fluoride.
Those are going to be like charcoaly kind of odory filters. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like what you really need.
And here's your other bonus. They even have fluoride in prescription drugs. It's loaded in antidepressants and asthma medications. It's loaded in a lot of these different things. So
they're just stashing it anywhere they can stash it. And no, there's no fluoride in rainwater. They are adding this to the public drinking supply, you guys. Adding it to the public drinking water.
So a lot of people I was talking about like the plastic water bottles that you get.
Oh, the plastic water bottles. We did a video about that. The PFBs or
so I'm not talking about the plastic.
I'm talking about that too. The plastics, the microplastics, and all that stuff. And just remember where they get that water from. Most of them get it from the tap.
So when you look at your water, because I know a lot of times, like if we're traveling, I always like to read labels and all that. So you maybe you need a gallon of water. So you go and then you read it, and it says it's purified water or it's water, and then they get it from the city municipality. So it's got chlorine in it already, and you're just getting clean water like that. So you just got to read what's going on. If you're going to get bottled water, really some of these things that are from a natural spring water, you have like Eternal, and you have Evian, and you have Fiji, and some of these that you get from the springs, a spring water, that's going to be a better choice. Okay, all right, are we ready to move on?
Go ahead. I just interrupt.
No, yeah, you like to interrupt, but he's doing good.
Cut off, interrupt, talk loud. That's me.
Okay, I want to talk about your toothpaste, because today we are going to be making toothpaste. I'm going to give you a couple options that you can do to make it yourself, because who wants the extra fluoride in our toothpaste? Because what if you swallow it? We don't need any of that stuff. When you look at toothpaste, they're filled with a lot of things. For it to be sweeter, a lot of them put aspartame in that, and when it breaks down, it kind of turns into a methane. I don't know the whole way it goes, but then from there, the compound will eventually turn into formaldehyde in your body. So if you're drinking drinks, sodas and stuff with aspartame, your toothpaste, a lot of it, chewing gums, you guys read your labels on those. A lot of them have those, and that breaks down into the body into formaldehyde, and that's what they do to preserve dead things.
And if you guys are Torah observant, a lot of that gum out there is filled full of pig. Just so you know.
And aspartame could cause like mood disorders. And then besides that, you have something called sodium lauryl sulfate, which is like a foaming agent. And, we're trying to get rid of that for our shampoos and our conditioners, and it's in things to foam it up. Hold on, I need to get a drink.
We're having a bad night tonight with this. We are in like a city here, not a major city, but we're in kind of a little city where we got some service.
And then, when we look at our toothpaste, besides the foaming agent, that's known to cause like inflammation. I know if you have shampoos or even on your skin, there's parabens and things like that, or sodium lauryl sulfate, and it could cause irritation. Same thing, it could cause it in your mouth. So sometimes if you guys have used toothpaste and it causes irritation, it could cause that. We also, when we want to look at, like, there's fluoride in it, of course, and it could cause the fluoridosis, causing the staining of the teeth, causing your brittle bones. I have something in my throat. I'm sorry. Talk for a second. Cheers. And then, to keep these things to last a long time, they'll put parabens in there. So that's like a preservative so that it won't go bad. Parabens, which are in a lot of any kind of beauty, healthcare, lotion, shampoos, the toothpaste, they're known to possibly cause endocrine disruption, which is wreaking havoc on your reproductive organs and your hormones and things like that. So many years ago, I decided, and Doug did too, we don't want any toxic stuff in our lives, so we started making a lot of stuff from scratch. Toothpaste was one of them. When I switched over to making my own toothpaste, the results were like remarkable. My teeth got whiter, they were healthier, and then, when you brush your teeth, it may feel clean, but when I did it with my homemade toothpaste or powder that I made, it was like my teeth went on a different level. It was like they were cleaner, they felt shinier, they were smoother. Just my oral health, everything was just spot on. So I want to show you today how to make, I'm going to give you two and a half different ways to make toothpaste. And then I'm going to give you some other options. Okay? Very simple and easy. Are you guys ready? All right, let's try it. So, the first one I'm going to do, you don't need, I don't have anything with you. We're traveling in the RV, and I forgot the one main ingredient on this. I left my whole bag of stuff at home. So I don't know what I'm going to do because I like to oil pull with coconut oil, and I don't have my coconut oil. So this is so simple, you guys. All you need, and you can put it in like a little jar like so. Get 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil. All right. And if you want to make it kind of warm it up, if you want to put it in some warm water so it's looser, you just need 1/4 a cup of coconut oil. And then here, I'm going to give you two versions. Okay. 1/4 cup of coconut oil. You want organic, unrefined coconut oil.
Virgin.
Yeah, you can do virgin or extra virgin coconut oil. And then 1/4 cup, and then you can do a teaspoon of, where is it? Hold on.
What a great show you have tonight.
I know. Where did it go? Keep talking.
Blurry show. Everyone's complaining. Here's your refund. Here, you guys are getting your refund. I mean, Callie, we're just trying to give you guys some information. Sometimes our stuff does not come in that great. We are off-grid using cell phone signals here. We're not using 5G and the latest stuff like you guys got, okay? Chill. Be cool. We're trying our best. You don't have to keep saying it in the comments. We know it fully. But yeah, we offer refunds 100%.
Okay, sorry about that. So, you got your coconut oil, put 1/4 of a cup in there, and then you need 1 teaspoon of unrefined salt.
Are you making it?
I don't have the coconut oil. I'm telling you how to do it. I'm going to make the other one. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
So, you're going to put coconut oil with 1 teaspoon of unrefined salt. I use the Redmond salt.
We use Redmond.
You can always get salt in bulk from our link. He'll put it up from, if you go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, you can get it with a discount. So the unrefined salt, it's loaded in minerals. What are your teeth made out of? They're made of minerals.
Hold on. Some people might not know this, but you guys, another thing that they've scammed you on is they've been giving you the white salt. And they bleach it, bromate, all this stuff. They don't bromate it, but they bleach it and they give it to you, and it's 100% the sodium. It's not all the minerals in the salt. They've stripped all the other minerals out, and they're just giving you the sodium, and that causes a lot of problems in your body because your body doesn't want just the sodium. It wants all the minerals that come with it. You know what I mean? So they know this stuff, and they're doing it on purpose to you to keep you sickly. So you want to get away from the white salt. Get it off your table. Get it out of your house. Get the Redmond real salt. We like Redmond because, you know, it's family stuff and they're made in America. And
It's
it's
here.
an ancient
Yeah.
bed which has never seen any plastics in its life. Okay, a lot of the sea salt that you guys get at the store now is contaminated, has the microplastics in it and all that stuff. Himalayan sea salt's fine too, peak Himalayan, if you want to get that. You don't like it because it's way over there.
Well, and the other thing,
And-
a lot of people, they have been testing them, and they're
Yep.
because you can
It's
get
in
the
the
Himalayan
air.
in a lot of different places, and a lot of them are high in heavy metals and some toxins and stuff. So I'm staying. I mean, I love the Redmond. I'm going to stay with them. They're here in the United States, and it's great. So, bless you. My goodness. So, coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of unrefined salt, and you can mix it up. That's fine if that's you want to go. If you want a little flavor, you can add an essential oil. If you want to do spearmint or peppermint or something like that, cinnamon, you can do that and put it in there, and there you go, and brush your teeth with it. A lot of times what I'll do is I won't even make it. I'll just put a little blob on my my toothbrush of coconut oil, and then I'll sprinkle a little salt on it, and then I'll brush my teeth, and that is it. Your teeth feel very smooth. The coconut oil is very good. It has something called lauric acid in it, which is great at getting rid of bacteria. So that is great in the mouth. It'll help, clean it very nicely and get rid of anything if you're suffering possibly from gingivitis or you have sore gums or helping with cavities, any of those things like that. It could be very helpful. So that's one version of it. The second version with the coconut oil is you put the imaginary coconut oil in here, 1/4 cup again, and instead of using the unrefined salt, you could use
Da, 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 da.
there it is, baking soda. Okay, so you could use a teaspoon of baking soda in there. Some people might find the salt and the baking soda are very good at cleaning too. Some people might be more sensitive to baking soda. So if that's the case, you could do the salt one, or maybe don't put as much baking soda in it. A lot of times in a pinch, if I forgot my tooth powder that I make, I've just brushed my teeth with plain coconut oil, and that works too. It's just when you add the baking soda or the salt, it'll help kind of clean it a little better. All right? Okay. Cool. Now, let's make my second version. This is the one that I use all the time. I get little jars like this. Doug has one. I have one. If you have kids in the family, everyone can have their own. They can decorate the lid. You can do it however you want. A lot of times I use the white plastic lids. Sometimes I use the metal ones. The only thing is if you use the metal ones with the bentonite clay, make sure that you put like a piece of parchment or something under the metal, because the metal does react to the bentonite clay where it won't be quite as potent.
Don't use metal when you do bentonite clay.
So
no metal spoon.
Usually I'll use the plastic, but I just brought this for our show tonight. All right, so very simple. I'm not going to get fancy smancy with the measurements. If you want to adjust it, you can adjust it, but you're going to use the bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is amazing. Once it gets wet, it turns into this wonderful toxin absorber, and pulling out all the toxins and bad stuff and helping to clean. And I use it for a lot of stuff. I mean, it's great. And if you guys have been watching, it's great for like poison ivy, helps with the itch. If you get bug bites or stings, if you got road rash or got like a strawberry in your knee, it helps with that. It helps with the pain with the burn. If you have shingles, I know it's helped with a lot of people putting it on there. So these are all things I'm telling you that I've done, Doug's done personally. All of our family and friends have used it for. But I love it. And I get my bentonite clay in big bags or tubs. This is a 6-pound bag. And I just make a gel out of it. And that's what I use if there's something going on. If you have a tick bite or spider bite, I'll just go ahead and blob it on there. And I know it's going to suck out the poisons and just really do its magic. So what you're going to do with this, the toothpaste, is I'm going to do 2 parts. So it's going to be 2 parts of the bentonite clay to 1 part of the baking soda. Okay? And then when you're working with this stuff, don't use a metal spoon. Make sure you use wood. All right? See if I can do it without making a mess. Okay? All right, so you guys, know what I mean? Some people get confused when you say 2 parts to 1 part. So if this was 2 parts, 1 part would be half of that. So I'm just going to probably go up here to the neck with my baking soda. And what's good about it is the bentonite clay is kind of like a grayish or kind of light tan. The baking soda is very white. So you can definitely tell by looking with your eyes. Now, like I say, some people are more sensitive to the baking soda. So if that's the case, don't use as much baking soda. If you try it and you're like, oh my gosh, my teeth are a little sensitive, then maybe take some of the baking soda out. Or go to the coconut oil one. Or just use a little baking soda. Okay, it'll all work. All right, so there's your two main ones. And then I'm going to do about a teaspoon of the unrefined salt.
You're spinning. You have to slow down a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to do a teaspoon of the salt also. And then I'm going to add some herbs because they all have great antibacterial properties to them. So here is cinnamon. So I'm going to go ahead and put, you know, like 1/8 of a teaspoon or so of cinnamon in there. And the other one, which I don't have here today that I use in my normal toothpaste, is cloves. So ground cinnamon and ground cloves. So I'll do about 1/8 of a teaspoon of the cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of the cloves. Let's pretend that I put the cloves in there. All right. And then I'll mix that up a little bit. All right. And then you're going to add an essential oil if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It does make it taste a little bit better. But you can add, like I said, peppermint or spearmint. Lately, my favorite has been spearmint. I really like the spearmint. So I've been putting that in there. If you want to, you could even do a cinnamon essential oil. That works well. Or you could even do a lemon essential oil.
Elizabeth said it stained her teeth, bentonite clay did. Never heard of that before.
It did?
Never heard of that before.
Well, then you might want to try the coconut oil one. Yeah, I have never heard that either. Now, a lot of us like things much sweeter. So, for me, like for years, I did it like this. But then I started learning about the powerful benefits of xylitol. This is birch xylitol.
Yeah, I was trimming my nose here. Actually.
You're crazy. So then you're going to get your...
Y'all are a trip.
The xylitol is a sweetener. So then what you're going to do, I'm just going to put a nice hunk of it in there, like so. I'm going to mix it all up, and that'll just help it sweeten it. If you don't have the xylitol, but the xylitol is very good at getting plaque and tartar. So I noticed a difference in this one because I usually get a lot more plaque, like behind my teeth, and this really seemed to help me a lot. So I really do like the xylitol. I think I need a little bit more. All right.
Don't let your dogs get that stuff.
Yeah, no dogs. Don't let the dogs get near it. It's not good for them. Or if you had some liquid stevia, you might want to put a few drops in there too. You could do that. Remember, stevia is very powerful. It's like 200 times sweeter than sugar. So you might only need, 10 drops in it if you do that. So I'm going to mix that all up. And then I'm going to add, a few drops of my peppermint oil. Is stevia better? I would do xylitol in a heartbeat over the stevia. So I might do about 15 drops. And then I mix it up. And then you're done. Now I'm doing it all in this little jar, and you could do it in a little jar. I'm just going to have to stir it a little bit more because you got to get everything at the very bottom. If you want to do it in a bowl first, that's not metal, and then pour it in your jar, that might be smarter. But if you're having a bowl shortage, you can do it inside here just fine. And then all you do is you get your toothbrush. Okay, you wet your toothbrush. I usually put a little water in my mouth, and then I just put it in my little container, and I brush my teeth with it. And if you've never brushed your teeth with a powder, I think it makes 1,000 times difference. I like it a lot better than the pastes. Okay, So that's how you make tooth powder. All right. Now, here's the other option. If you guys don't like making things and you like to buy things too, you know, we love our friends at Redmond. So they have a full line of stuff. This one I love. It's lemon, and if you have kids and you're worried about what you're giving them, this is incredible. So they have lemon, they have different cinnamon and wintergreen. They have lots of different. This toothpaste is great. It has something called like nano silver, and they've used that in the dental industry, and they've used it in the medical industry to help, you know, with help purifying and cleaning extra good. So I like this because it's got the silver and it has all the wonderful things, the bentonite clay in there, and let's see all the wonderful ingredients we have in here. The nano silver that's got the salt, it's got the xylitol, essential oils. See everything that we did from homemade. So that's that if you like the paste.
So and you guys can buy them ready to go. Already ready to go.
Or here you go. They even put it, make it yours, and they have a thing where you put your name on them. So they have these in all flavors, and they're the powder. And they're already in a little plastic container here. And then you can take it with you and use it at your house, and everyone can get their own. And there you go. Okay. This one here, this one's good too. There's a citrus one. I know the kids like that one too. So you guys have options. We want to get rid of the fluoride. We want to get rid of fluoridated toothpaste. And we want a product that does what it's supposed to do and really take care of you and clean your teeth and make them good. I can't tell you the amount of people that I know that have used this, the actual Redmond toothpaste, or they make their own, and then maybe they're having problems and they go back to the dentist, and the dentist is like, "What have you been doing?"
You know, that's the honest truth right there.
I mean, I can't tell you.
I get emails all the time.
Yeah, and yeah, you get emails.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool. So we want to start taking our health back. We want to start doing things that are good for us. If you guys want to get the bentonite clay in bulk so you can make your toothpaste, because you use quite a bit. If you have a family and you're going to make, you know, extra toothpaste, you go through it. So I would highly recommend getting a bigger bag, and then that way you have it. If you want to make the bentonite gel, if you want to use it for bugs or stings or burns, or, you know, your homemade toothpaste, or for a facial, it's good for your face, it's good for your pores, it's good for acne, it helps with a lot of different things. You go to
shingles,
or put it on. Did you put it on the link? If you want to go to Redmond, you can go get a discount from any of their products.
Yeah, just use our link right here. You guys get to save money. Yeah, that's why we do that. So
offroadwithdougandstacy.com. If you miss that, you go there and go to the store tab or shop tab, and then you can
scroll down.
Too. Okay, let's see. So do we have any questions? Oh, it's going too fast. I have to look at this. Doug is doing maintenance work here while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, you guys don't need me hanging out. I just interrupt you.
All right. It smells very minty fresh in here today. Is it warming up in here?
No.
No.
Talk more about fluoride, man. They got to understand how important this is. You guys don't understand. Like, we're the only country giving out the fluoride. Why is that?
Yeah, like us in New Zealand, a lot of all the European countries, they do not say they don't. There's no reason for them to have it in the water whatsoever.
The doctors keep telling all the alphabet agencies that it doesn't do any good, and they just keep shoving it down our neck.
So a lot of you guys go to your city and, you know, see if you can get something going and get rid of it in your community. All right. Cindy says we have an advertisement at the beginning of our show.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Sometimes YouTube hijacks your stuff.
Huh. That's interesting.
I don't know nothing about it.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Cindy says that she's been using the recipe, the tooth recipe, for 11 months.
Oh, yeah?
I love it. Yeah. Okay, Astatine 85. Okay, so they were saying about using the tooth powder, and then they're having not seeing much of a difference, and because of the processed foods. I'm gonna tell you, if you do eat a lot of sugar and high carbohydrate foods, if you have your, you know, you're going out and eating fried foods and all that, you will notice tremendously. I'm gonna tell you, for me personally, I like to use myself as a guinea pig, so I'll start eating something that I know that I'm not supposed to have, and I like to notice things that happen. So this has just been recently, and I've done this many times before, but I was eating a lot more bread, and because I normally, for Doug and I, like I'll do a lot more. I do a lot of meat and eggs, and higher fat foods, and I'll do a lot of greens and cruciferous type vegetables. We eat a lot like that. So I'll have some sourdough bread, and I'll have things, but I don't eat that much of it. Well, I was eating a lot more. And then I started making some desserts, some cookies and things, and eating a lot more than we used to. And all of a sudden, I'm like, why are my teeth getting like not? They weren't as white. They were getting more like yellowy. And it's because of eating a lot of that. My insulin levels, I'm sure, were going up. I was eating higher carbohydrate type foods, and it's not good. So look at what you're eating. I mean, it makes a huge difference. If you're eating good food, that it's not filled with processed foods that full of empty calories, or you're going through the drive-through getting, the fried potatoes and all that, it makes a huge, huge difference. So look into that too. And try to be good, not just for a day or two.
And you guys can see YouTube's messing with our video. There's not even 4,000 people in here.
Oh, Heather says the elderberry cutting has sprouts coming from below the soil.
Well,
good,
sure.
good. All right. Yeah, Elizabeth's going to try the coconut oil. Yeah, most everyone has coconut oil. Like, I like to take it, if you're going to use it to cook, you can do it for a few things. Use it to cook, and then you can use it to make your toothpaste. All you're going to do is either make it 1/4 cup coconut oil to 1 teaspoon of salt, unrefined salt, or you can do it to 1/4 cup coconut oil to 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I like the Bob's Red Mill. If I'm going to do anything where I'm cooking or putting it in any, like my tooth powders, I always use the Bob's Red Mill tooth powder, okay? Because it's processed a lot better. Like Arm & Hammer is going to be a little too commercial for me.
They're employee-owned company.
Arm & Hammer?
Bob's Red Mill died, and he made it so employee-owned company. They can't sell out to big corporations.
All right.
In case you care.
Chris says, can you use oregano oil instead of coconut oil? No. Chris, have you ever tried to... Don't use oregano oil. It'll burn your lips off. I mean, be very careful. And if you use it, you need to definitely put it with a carrier oil. I mean, if you put like a drop possibly in a lot of the coconut oil, that might work, but don't ever do it by itself or you'll burn your mouth. Darren wants to know what natural off-grid method of nose hair removal do you recommend?
The kind with a battery.
Yeah, the kind with a battery.
You guys don't miss a beat though, do you?
No, you could have been shaving your face.
Who knows what I was doing? I was way in the back room.
All right. Well, Raw Food Writer says, should a single person go off grid? Won't they be isolating themselves? Well, you can.
Don't you want to isolate yourself? Look around.
When you do that, you don't want to be. I mean, unless you want to see people. I mean, you can go to the store. You can go into town. You can go for a drive. One thing I will say is, I mean, for us, I like to be out, but I want to make sure that I'm close enough, with a half an hour or something, for you to go into town or somewhere. You don't want, like, if something and you need an emergency.
We're not Galt. We didn't go off grid. Galt
yeah,
style.
you wanna make sure, that you can get to things. How do you spell xylitol? Zylitol. Xylitol. Okay, Joe, I don't know. Is it okay to use the metal mason lids? You can just put like a piece of parchment underneath it so that it doesn't get on Like if you're shaking it and maybe some of the powder got on it.
And don't forget, if you guys are ordering a Clyde's garden planter, he just wants you to be patient and getting them out as fast as you can. And when you get up in the morning right away, do not brush your teeth. When you're sleeping at night and breathing, you're creating vitamin B12 in your mouth. So you do not want to jump up in the morning and brush your teeth right away. You want to let that go, drink some water, carry that B12 into your internals, and live happily ever after. Everything they told you is a lie. Brush your teeth in the morning, right when you wake up. Everything they're telling you guys do is killing all your natural immunities. Just keep thinking about it. You'll figure it out. You'll see it.
All right.
I figured it out. Doctors are telling them over and over about fluoride, and they're ignoring it. Giving you the double dose in your public drinking water.
Oh, Love Divine says Fluoride Action Network is suing the EPA in California over fluoridating.
Right, right.
Super hushed up there. Could be a ruling in the next couple weeks.
Right.
They are hushing up. There's other cities across the United States. In Tennessee, was it one in Tennessee, Doug? I can't remember. That their things are going on and they're passing it, and you're not. It's hush. You don't hear anything on the news.
That's right, because the media is a scam, you guys. All of it is all bought and paid for propaganda machine. They're not going to tell you nothing of importance. They're going to teach you everything about nothing.
Yeah, for me, I know I see Brian and Brenda Hawk brush teeth only at bedtime for a few years now. That's what I do. I brush my teeth really good at night before I go to bed. Okay.
It's a shame, right? You guys think your government is supposed to be looking out for you and trying to help you along, and they love you to death. Literally. I swear it.
All right.
Well, you're in the show very good, Stacy.
I know. I'm just trying to read
Too
the
much
things
dead
here.
zones here.
Too much up. Well, get up here. He's down
No,
here.
I'm busy
He's on the
doing my
floor
thing.
trying to work. Yep. So, yeah, Peggy says, I love the lemon earth paste. I know, I do too. It's like my new favorite one. I like to do that. Where do you get the xylitol and how do you spell it? Xylitol. Zylitol. You can order online. You can get it. I don't know. Do you guys know? Do you get it at the? I've seen the xylitol, the birch. I get mine at the Amish bulk store. And just make sure get the birch one. I really do like. Make sure you're getting that one. Do they have it at the grocery store? I've seen xylitol. I think they do. Don't they have it, the xylitol, at the grocery stores? I never look in that part because I don't ever go to the sugary area. Oh, and Leslie says her sweet potato has 1-inch slips on top. I know when we left the other day or today, mine are starting to pop up too. And then Marion, oh no, not Marion. Kayla, Ali says, how do you explain to others, especially your dentist, that you reject fluoride? Just tell them.
Quit explaining everything, man.
Yeah,
We don't have to explain nothing to
why.
nobody. We're free people.
There's some really good, if you guys want to look, there's some good like documentaries on
Anyways,
fluoride.
most of your dentists already know it.
Like the Fluoridate Gate or Fluoride Gate? That's a documentary. There's a couple of them out there that are pretty good. If you want to kind of learn a little bit more about fluoride, I think is it Fluoride Gate? Do you remember what that was? Fluoride. It's something like that. Like something. Fluoride or Fluoride Gate, and it's a documentary. It's like an hour or so long. Very good. But knowledge is power. Just keep educating yourself and then start talking it to people. Because people are starting to, wake up about a lot
That's
of
why
stuff.
they're going to crush you. Everyone's waking up because of the internet. They're listening to their friends now. There's too much evidence going against what they say.
Oh, so It's My Life says, what mint should I grow, peppermint or spearmint? That's
Both.
another thing. if you don't, I'm going to talk about that in a second, but if you don't want to do, make sure they're therapeutic grade of the essential oils that you're getting. But if you don't want to do the essential oils, I mean, I do that also. You can get if you grow mint or spearmint, and then you dry it out, and then I grind it up really fine like a powder, and then I'll put that in place of it too and brush my teeth with that also. So that's another option. You don't have to use essential oils. You can actually use the actual herb. Okay. So she wants to know if she should grow peppermint or spearmint. It depends what you like, because they do taste a lot different. Honestly, if I had to pick the two, because I make a lot of teas, I don't know, it's hard. I grow both. So I have a whole bed that's spearmint, and then I have a lot of other areas that I do the peppermint, because I use the peppermint. I put in my chicken coops too, on the straw. Now, and it kind of deodorizes it, and it just helps them. It smells good, and it just makes happy chickens. But I do both, but it just kind of depends. Do you like spearmint? Like, what kind of gum do you like? Do you ever get gum spearmint, or do you get gum that's peppermint, or what do you like better? That's what I would grow. So, and they do look different. The spearmint is more green, and then the peppermint it's like a little darker stem and has some like darker parts to it, I think. Sheila says, could fluoride create a pituitary tumor? I mean, it could. You never know. I wouldn't put it past any of this stuff.
You guys are being poisoned. We're trying to warn you.
Yeah, we need to get as pure as we can. Because the body is a powerful thing. I mean, it can heal itself. Just put good things in it. When we put things that are toxic and substances that we don't know what they are.
Eat 3 times a day. They psyops you into believing that you want to be a vegan so you can kill yourself slowly. I mean, you guys, everything is just a mess. I hope you guys are understanding it. They keep telling you they're into eugenics and population control, and they're getting you to voluntarily kill yourself. It's crazy. I've never seen nothing like it in my whole adult life. Oh, yeah, I'm just over here rambling on, ain't I? But it's the truth.
Oh, Grateful Dog says we voted fluoride out of our water system locally. Grateful Dogs, get back on here and tell us what city you're in.
We're all going to move there.
But there are quite a few. I mean, you're seeing them.
It's happening more and more right now. It's
Yep.
The Great Awakening happens at the same time. I'm telling you guys, people are waking up.
Oh, Mary Grimes. She just made the tooth powder. So if you guys have it around and you can make it, then you'll have it. And the Winter Homestead just sold everything, paid cash for property, and is debt-free now. Isn't that the most incredible feeling you've ever had? It's awesome. Winter Homestead, congratulations to you and your family. That is so cool. Yeah, Darlene says we are having advertisements.
Really?
Oh, Vicky says, if you buy the Redmond paste from them, do you recommend spitting it out in the trash?
Yeah.
On
More
the
so
toothpaste,
coconut oil than that.
Yeah, the coconut oil, make sure you spit in the trash too. I would definitely do that one. I would sometimes do my toothpaste in the trash and sometimes in the sink, I mean, you're gonna, if it's a little bit of toothpaste, it'll go on down if you run it down with some water. But, if you have like a ton of people in your family, maybe spit it in the trash can. Oh, Leslie says when she changed to the earth paste, her dentist said, "Oh, you are one of those people."
Isn't that disgusting? They actually are trying to discourage you and mock you into not doing it. You're one of those people. You deplorable you.
So Lisa says, have you ever used crushed up eggshells in your tooth powder?
No.
So the calcium, that's a calcium in there. And I know a lot of people can do that. Yes, I did that many years ago, but I don't do it anymore. But yeah, you could do that. Yeah, off grid with Lee, Barry, and Chloe says fluoride in Canada water messed up her kids' teeth.
I'm telling you, they used to give kids here fluoride tablets, and they quit doing it because then all of a sudden their teeth were falling out. And that was the big scam. They just hid it under the rug and then just put it in the water. Don't you guys remember this stuff? Aren't you too old, too young? What are you?
And then Ramona, she's from North Carolina, strained off 1.5 gallons of apple cider vinegar. Ramona, that reminds me, I have a couple gallons that I need to strain when we get back.
Everybody, let's have a moment of celebration for Roland. Roland is in the house. That's my newest grandson.
We have a grandson.
From one of my boys. My first son from my first grandson from a son. Roland. He's gonna be a popper boy because I'm gonna have him right when he gets home. Because they're coming back home, you know, he's getting out of that military. They're coming back home, so I'm gonna be all around Roland. Me and Roland gonna be tight, thick as thieves. Only 3,000 people in here tonight. Man, oh man. And we've been here 50 minutes already. We're saying goodbye in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, you got to go make
You guys don't want to show up, we're going to go bye-bye. We stopped our whole deal just to come hang out with you.
Yeah, we pulled over in a Cracker Barrel just to talk to you guys.
Seriously? Think we're kidding?
We got to get back on the road. Oh, Brenda said she ordered seeds from So Right Seeds. Very happy with the whole process.
And they came real fast.
Yeah, the seeds come very quick, and I'm really happy with them too. So much. I mean, all my stuff that I planted, it is growing in the high tunnel. What it's supposed to be, it's growing. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, there's no GMO seeds when they're not supposed to be.
Oh, Teresa, good question, Teresa Catherine. She says, what kind of toothbrushes do you recommend? I love the bamboo, the bamboo toothbrushes. That's what I get. Usually, I like to order them in a box where I get a whole bunch of them. And then that way, when I'm ready for another one, I just get them so I don't have to keep buying them. So and then that way you get a really good deal. So he ordered them one time, we were looking, and they all have the different color bottoms. So if you have a bunch of people in the family, everyone knows what color is their toothbrush. Like if someone says, I want yellow, I want pink, I want purple, I want blue, I want green, and then that way you can do it. So they do get them, and you can get the bamboo brushes, and they have like a colored bottom. All right. Oh yeah, how did you guys handle daylight savings?
I forgot all about it.
Oh, he did forget about it. I don't know how he did. But it's crazy because it's so hard just when you lose that hour. It really messes with us. We're not supposed to be changing like that. It takes me a long time. I'm still like, oh, I can't wait to go to sleep tonight. All right. Running Eagle says, will one of the choices be good instead of deep cleaning by the dentist? This is just to brush your teeth.
Preventative
I mean, I'm not being the dentist. I'm not telling you to do this or that. I'm just giving you an option. Life is full of options. You can buy it, because we don't want all the crud that they have. If you read it, you flip it over, and you read all the stuff on toothpaste, you'll be like, oh my gosh, and all those things are wreaking havoc on our bodies. This is just it's water, bentonite clay, the xylitol. Yeah, because the one thing you would watch with the xylitol, like I told you, I like the birch xylitol. There are a lot of them, it can be made from like GMO corn and things. You don't want that. So make sure it's that. So this is non-GMO xylitol, nano silver, sea salt, wintergreen essential oil, tea tree essential oil, and that's it. That's the wintergreen. So that's it. You know all these things. You can say them. You know what they are. So that's why I like it. So these things are just choices. Learn how to take care of yourself. Learn that you're not going to put a chemical cocktail of junkiness in your body, and that you're going to be able to take care of your mouth, and hopefully your mouth will be better. And then sometimes some people, like here's the citrus one. So, if you've never tried a powder, maybe this might be a good time for you to try it and see how it does for your teeth. Because for me personally, this one, I think the powder cleans a little bit better. But this is still good. I still like this one. So if I travel and stuff, I like to take these. And if I like to change things up. I don't always like to do the same thing. So I won't brush my teeth all the time with my toothpaste. Sometimes I'll use the Redmond. Sometimes I'll use the paste. Sometimes I'll use this. And just kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to read all your stuff. So, you guys know what's up? Are you going to do it? Maybe if you get off now, you can even go do it if you have all the stuff. And if you don't have it, if you want to order the bentonite clay, you can go to our website. The link on the, here, some of our moderators will pop it up. Yeah, Simple Life with Chris and Tara, have it up with your discount.
You guys get your supplies while everything is still functioning. I don't know how to bring it home to you.
Okay, here's another
salt, bentonite clay, all the stuff on our links that are for your preps. You guys should be getting that.
I'm going to give you another option too. Are you guys ready for another option? So Michael says, what do you know about the charcoal powder type? So you can do, Redmond does have the, I think this is it. Redmond does have the charcoal. They have the powder and they'll put some activated charcoal. So you can do that to your toothpaste too. So I'll do that. So let's say you have a function. You know, maybe you're going to a wedding or you're going to a party and you want your teeth to be a little whiter. So what I'll do is I'll get a couple capsules of activated charcoal and I'll break them up in there and then I mix it up and it'll turn a very light gray. And then you brush your teeth and the activated charcoal also helps. You know, it's going to draw, it's a drawer to kind of pull out, you know, bacteria and stuff, but it also helps whiten the teeth. So there's another option for you there too. So Mary made her tooth powder. There you go. Cynthia's got it all on there. She's talking about the fluoride in drinking water can cause dental fluorosis, skeletal fluorosis. And that's total brittly bone, arthritis, bone damage.
And they know it, you guys. They know it. We're not the world's smartest people. We didn't just figure this out. They know it, and they're giving it to you. Don't you guys get it? Please understand what Uncle Doug's trying to tell you guys. Please, 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 please. Okay. I know it's hard to hear.
People are smart here. They all are.
I know it's hard to hear. I know it's hard to hear. Trust me, I know it's hard to hear.
Tina, do you use solid coconut oil or liquid for toothpaste? I use a solid.
It turns into liquid.
Yeah, when you get it in your mouth, it gets soft.
And at our house, because we got all kinds of temperatures.
Tammy wants me to talk about oil pulling a little bit. Okay, Tammy, I can do that. I love oil pulling very much with the coconut oil. I do it every day. You can do it. I started with coconut oil. You can use sesame oil. Works very well too. Coconut oil. And the other one that's good is the castor oil. So we talk a lot about Queen of Thrones. You can go to our link, go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, or Tara and Chris, she'll put it up here too if you want to look. And you can get it, I like it in the glass bottle, but you can oil pull with castor oil, and it only takes a minute or two. So I think it's kind of gross to put something in your mouth, you know, swish around for 15-20 minutes, and you think it's too long with coconut oil. Then you can do the castor oil, because it's just going to help people have like canker sores or a sore mouth, or their gums are sore, or just to help the health of your teeth, getting rid of bad bacteria. It's good. The coconut oil, I put it in my mouth. I'll get up. Usually I do this when I go out and do my chores and I'm outside. I put it in my mouth and I'm doing my stuff, swishing around, and then I'll spit it out. I'll do it anytime. You know, I've been bottle feeding. We have 3 lambs on bottle feeding. So like last night when I went and bottle fed them, I just put it in my mouth and I went out and bottle fed them and did all my stuff with them. And when I came back, it was about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then I just spit it out in the grass. So you can just do it whenever you can think about it. Or if you're cleaning or vacuuming or something, put it in your mouth. It's a great way for your oral health. I know a lot of people, you know, let's say their tooth broke or their filling came out or their tooth hurts or they have, you know, achy tooth or something, and they can't get to the dentist in time. You know, they have an appointment in 2 weeks or an appointment in a month, and they're just trying to get by. I know countless amounts of people say when they oil pull and they're swishing a couple times a day, really helps with the pain. It helps with the relief. It helps with that. So I know a lot of people who have gone to the dentist that had a lot of issues with their mouth, and they oil pulled every day, and it kind of got rid of a lot of the issues. So just, you know, I do it every day. Doug does it sometimes. He does it. It's harder for him. He's more of a castor oil. He likes to do it for a minute or so. I like the coconut oil, but it'd have to be your preference and what you prefer. But I like the way my mouth feels when I'm done with it, and just keeps my teeth and gums healthy and happy.
Healthy and happy.
But don't, I'm just giving you what we do. You guys do your research on these things,
But the bottom line is fluoride's making you dumb and it's killing your pineal gland, and you guys are not you're not living your best life. Even if you think you are, you're not. Because the chemicals that they're feeding you are keeping you from doing it. Those are just the facts of it all, right? And then you got the kids with the attention deficit disorder and all these hyper problems. And man, we couldn't get over 39.50, huh?
Oh, no, we had,
now it's 39.
No, we had 4 something.
39.36.
There was something, 4 something.
So they must not like it then. All right, 1 hour in. We taught you guys how to brush your teeth. We've warned you about the fluoride in the drinking water. Please look this stuff up. It is a nasty byproduct of some dangerous chemicals. We have it on tape where they were supposed to give us only like 2 parts per million, and they jacked it up to 4. So they're giving you double dose of what they consider safe for humans in the drinking water. Do your homework. They gave this to the, in the Nazi concentration camps, right? Just look this stuff up, okay? We are not playing around. We are not playing around. We're trying to show you guys, what you don't want to see. All right, you got anything else for them? We're out of here.
Nope, I think that's it. So it's been great as usual. You guys get on that oral health. Take care of yourselves.
I'm going to have a lot more videos this week. I got a lot of great information for you guys coming out. I'll get on it in the morning. I'll try to get a video out tomorrow, and then every day this week while we're gone. We are on vacation. This is the first time we've actually went somewhere that Stacy wasn't working on a book. So she was really looking forward to this. I was actually going to cancel this trip. But she's really looking forward to it. So we're going to go spend some time down in Florida and hang out, get some vitamin B and D. Well, B too, because we don't brush our teeth in the morning right when we wake up. We're going to get some vitamin D. We're going to get some fresh air with the salt in it and everything. And we're going to talk to you guys probably some more. If you guys are at the university, we're still going to do our university thing on Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And honest to goodness, before you guys get out of here, just know that we just genuinely care about humanity, and we do not like seeing the injustices that's going on. And we do not like people telling us to shut up like we're lying or something, right? Because we know we're telling the truth. We've done our homework, okay? And we're just trying to share the information with you guys. Social media is going to go on a rampage pretty soon with knocking information back, especially this health information. They do not want you to know this stuff. They are still promoting the jab on all commercials on TV. Everywhere, they're still promoting it when we know that it's responsible for taking people out. I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't. But we're just trying to give you guys the warnings, I pledge our fortune and reputation and everything on it, because I really believe that you guys we're being harmed, and it's very intentional, okay? And your doctors aren't going to know nothing because they go to school paid for by the big pharma. The big pharma comes in, teaches them everything. Their books are all about the big pharma. All they learn about is pill pushing. They don't learn about the body. They don't even know about remedies or any kind of how your body works all in conjunction. They have one doctor for your finger, one doctor for your hand, one doctor for your elbow, one doctor for your shoulder. You guys have to understand this stuff. They are practicing medicine, right? Practicing selling you medicine. Oh, the food supply is garbage. The water's choking you down. The daily toxins you guys are fighting. You have to eat the best you can. You have to put in the best inputs in your body. That's the only way you're going to beat this stuff. That's the only way. Honest to goodness. And stay in prayer. Be, spiritually fit. Grow as much food as you can. But relying on the system is taking you out. They are trying to shorten our lifespans even shorter. Okay.
Well, I mean, you look at everything. Like someone just said, Tony says, sorry. No. Who was it?
Whoever it was said.
Tammy. Remember when cigarettes were good for you?
They were, because they didn't have all the chemicals in there.
Well,
and also they said it was good for you, and now they're trying to say it's not good for you. But I understand what you're saying.
DDT is good for me, too. They used to have that. I mean, everything.
Everything. Okay?
You know what they used to do a long time ago? Let's just stick with it. The good old foods that we can grow ourselves, things that we can pronounce. We know you can get salt from the earth. These things that are
It's
natural,
also
we need to
crazy.
stay very, a lot of this for convenience. You look and there's just everything's made of chemicals, and just try to get as natural. If you just start changing and eating real foods and don't eat out and know what you're putting in your body, it makes a huge difference.
And Trump won't save you. Trust me, he's central casting, you guys. The jab is good. Get the jab, quote unquote. Operation Warp Speed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I could go on for a million days, right? Everything is central casting. They're all in the club, okay? I don't know how to break that to you, but they're all in the club. This is the great divide, by the way, if you guys aren't paying attention. Real quick before we get out of here, last truth bomb. They're separating out the wheat and the chaff right now, okay? You guys, you're not over on Twitter being all conservative and loud, man. They do that on purpose. This is all to get us, corralled into our designated corral zones before they actually start breaking loose with the corrallers, all right? So please pay attention to this stuff, man. I'm just telling you. That's why, like, a guy like me could never run for Congress, because they would squash me out because I'm not in the club. They bring these kids up from college times, right? Most of these people, they're brought up long time in this stuff. I know you don't want to hear that about Trump. I know some of you guys got it like that. I know. And we only have two options, right? That's another illusion. The options. It's all an illusion. I know you don't want to hear it. But these are the facts.
Oh, and you know what? If some of you guys, let's say you go to the Redmond site, and let's say, or you're using some of the earth paste or the earth powder, and you go to the site, they like to hear testimonies from people. So if you have been doing stuff, and you're noticing great things with it, go on the site and you can leave a comment, because they like to see all that good stuff. Okay. All right,
That's a wrap, man. Sorry there wasn't a bunch of people in here tonight. We tried to do our best. I guess our thumbnail and title was so attractive for you. But seriously, your oral health is very important. Your overall health is very important. Stop feeding your kids stuff that are just taking away their future, right? Totally taking away their future. It is. It's a sad thing. It breaks my heart. I don't even know what to tell you guys about it. All right. Most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Oh, man, there's the camera right there. I wonder if that was a problem. Maybe.
Oh, were we upside down?
No.
Oh.
Now the camera's up there, though.
Oh.
Man, it's no big deal.
Do we look clear?
Does it look clear? All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. Smash that thumbs up. If you're watching the replay, make sure you leave a comment for the algorithm. And you guys, while you're sleeping, AI is taking over. I was telling Stacy, man, there's going to become a time soon when Patriots, pretty serious stuff is going to happen where we won't even have our cell phones, man. This way to connect with you guys might totally be gone, and all you'll get is people that are in the program.
So learn how to make toothpaste.
They're going to get the scan. They're going to do the biometrics. Me and Stacy won't be doing any of that stuff. So learn what you can now. Take notes. Join the university, university.offgridwithdougandstacy.com. Come to our live events, Homesteading Live Conference.com, and just prepare. All right, see you guys on the next one.